Hello, everyone. Welcome to Untangled, episode 74. It's really good to be here with you guys. I am calm, cool, and collected this morning. How are you? How is everyone feeling? Man, we are in some such powerful, transformative moments and times. Yeah. So, welcome to Untangled. We are on episode 74, like I just said. And I'm really happy to be here with you. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Like this video if you haven't liked it. And I only have about 30 minutes, so I'm going to get going. Before I do, I just want to let everybody know that we are starting Align 6.0 this morning. So it's January 16th. We're starting Align 6.0 at 10 a.m. I hope to goodness gracious I can do this. My brain is so chill. We start at 10 a.m. and this Align, it's a 21-day class where we come together every single day for 21 days. This class is all about embodying soul. I can promise you it will be life-changing if you join me. My intention is to, our bodies are open enough right now on a frequency level to invite soul to open, to be experienced, to be felt. The only thing that's stopping the you that you think you are is the beliefs, fears, programming, thoughts. And I'll go into that in a second. So anyway, the link is down below if you want to join us today. I think I'll just dive right in because one of the things that I love to talk about that I haven't talked much about is DNA, our DNA. And the remembrance or understanding of how we are evolving, which is how the human body is moving into higher frequencies, higher states of frequency, which gives the soul an opportunity to experience the human journey, the earth, in new ways. And your body holds the information on how to be in this world, how to live in this world. The DNA are the codes or information. And so what's happening on the planet right now is that your body is in a much higher frequency than you recognize or realize. And so there's a lot more availability to you than you realize, meaning you could truly be in more peace or calm, less suffering, less fear, more openness, more flow, more surrender, all of these kinds of ways of being, more trust. We could experience those right now, but one of the reasons why it's difficult for us to trust that that's available is the kind of old version. I'm just going to say old version because it's truly not what is most available and fresh right now to be experienced. I want you to imagine that you have all of these cells in your body, okay, that hold information, and they are activated, okay, by frequency or light, sunlight. But not just the sunlight that you get on your face, okay? There's different layers of light that come down. And when the body starts to pop open, the increase its frequency and the cells start to pop open, they begin to get activated. These cells get activated. So what was once closed, right? More of like a carbon-based structure, it starts to go like this, okay? And when it starts to open up, there's possibility, there's new possibility, new ways of being. It's very natural. It's very it just starts to happen. The next thing you know, you're feeling more calm, you're feeling more peace. The next thing you know, your heart's opening a little bit more, you're feeling more kindness and compassion. The next thing you know, you're in more of a flow state, you're in more of a trusting state. It can be very slow and subtle for you, or it could be very um, it could shift quite quickly, right? Like overnight, something dramatic happens. But all of this has been happening for us for a very long time. Can you guys hold on for a second? Um, and so what's happening right now for us is there is a film, like a layer, so to speak, of how we have been for a very long time that's overlaying this, call it DNA or information or cells. And what's been overlaying it is these patterns, programs, trauma, thought forms, right? And for many years, you guys have been doing, we have all been doing a really good job of clearing that as these cells activate, open. It's opening and it's pushing this stuff out. Does this make sense? So light comes into the body, activates these cells that are designed to activate at specific frequencies. The cells start to open into new expressions, and it pushes the thought forms, the trauma, the stored emotions. It starts pushing it out. Okay. And so when it pushes it up and out, you start to feel more, you start to recognize your thoughts more, you start to see all your programs, patterns, you start to see all the systems that have been keeping you down, all the mind control. You just start seeing more and more and more because it's popping out and open and freeing from the system, the body, so that the body can become more expansive, lighter, so that it can embrace the soul that has been inside. What's happening right now, though, is that there is a part of us that still believes that this casing, these thoughts and programs and trauma are more powerful than this natural evolutionary process of light expanding, of light opening. You understand? It's difficult for us to trust that this is happening. We want to keep believing that the thought forms are the most powerful. We want to keep believing that our trauma is stopping us. We want to keep believing that the ancestral line is what's stopping us. We want to keep believing that the addictive patterns are what's stopping us. We want to believe that the contracts with our family and relationships is what's stopping us. And it's all bullshit. It's not true, because this information, this cellular information of how you are designed to be on the planet has already activated in all of your bodies, which just means that it's already opened. And that's why this year is all about, in my opinion, or this moment, call it whatever you want. It's not really a year, right? It's just a moment on the planet. But right now, the moment on the planet is that your body is primed and ready to go. You just need to now convince yourself and remind yourself of how this evolutionary process works, how DNA works, how this information in your body works. Why are there so many solar flares right now? Why is your body going through everything it's going through? Why have you been doing everything that you've been doing to get yourself to this point, to get your body to this point? It's not even you. The soul is trying to come online. So what do you need to do? You need to remember how this works, because all of you have this knowledge and this awareness. This isn't anything new, right? So we have all of this, these words that we use, and all of these like ways in which we see things. But if you don't understand, if you don't remember the foundational components of what's happening here, you're just going to get stuck in this loop, right? And so what's fundamental to understand right now is frequency, cells, DNA, and your soul, and how this is all working, right? That you are the only one that can pull, Jesus would call this like Satan, right? Satan would come in, and all that is thought forms convincing you of what is not true. Behaviors convincing you, right? It's like, oh, dripping these little like carrots, like, well, if you just pay attention to this, you'll be free. If you just do this, you'll be happy. And it's like, no, that's not true. If you just drop deeper into your essence, if you just let go, right? If you just stop believing and playing in everything that you've been playing in and believing in, truly, it's that simple. It's a shift in your focus. So our focus for most of our lives has been on this stuff, clearing it, healing it, fixing it, changing it, figuring it out, blah, blah, blah. Now we have to change our focus to this. This is the only thing that should matter, which is these new ways of being on this planet, in the body as a human, which is embodying that soul essence that knows how to walk this planet in the body, that knows who it is, that knows how it's designed to be, that knows that all of this other shit is bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all just here to try to convince you that you aren't this magnificent, bright frequency, soul embodied, and all this information in your DNA is supporting you. The trillions of cells in your body are supporting you and activating, turning on, so that the part of you that is the soul can start leading the way for you. But the you that you think you are, that takes charge, that makes choices, that believes it's fear and insecurity and all these things, it's much more prominent and powerful right now, because you're choosing to stay in those old patterns. This is almost like a battle or a fight between the old energies and the new energies. Nobody's going to convince you, nobody can convince you that light is activating cells that hold information on how the body is designed to open and be. Why do you think um, there's telepathy? Why do you think there is the ability to intuitively know things? Why do you think there is um, the ability to move things without your hands, right? Why do you think there's all these like, whoa, gifts that some humans have and others don't? Right? It's a natural part of being in the human body, in the human experience. It's natural. There is nothing unique about it, right? Like, people that can hear other energies or can communicate, that's not a gift. That's not special. That is what the body is capable of doing. That is what this physical body is capable of, which means that there is DNA or information in the cells that allow for the body to have that experience. Every single human body is designed in the exact same way. The exact same way. So you have the same potentiality as somebody that can lift or bend a spoon. You have the same potentiality. Thank you, Nina, for that super chat. To have telepathy in the same way that someone else has telepathy and can speak to whatever, another person or animals or whatever that is. This is not something we learn. These are not gifts, right? This is the evolution in the human experience, and it's inside the body. It's happening inside the body. So what's important for us to remember right now is this. What are you focusing on? How many times throughout your day is this what's taking over and not this? Because you see, you could learn everything you want about this, okay? And you can do all of the kind of third dimensional homework around this, all right? Which means like, oh, I'm going to motivate myself. I'm going to do positive affirmations. I'm going to make better decisions. I'm going to I don't know, I'm gonna heal this trauma by going to this trauma specialist. You can do all those things and they will work. But at the end of the day, if you are not choosing to focus on this natural gift of beingness that's yours, this evolution this is natural. You don't have to do anything, fix anything, change anything. This is naturally occurring. It's like saying to a toddler, you know, child, you're going to run. You're going to be able to run. And the toddler's like, I can barely walk. Like, I don't know. I think I need to figure out how to do this. And this parent's like, you don't have to figure anything out. It's natural. It's all natural. It's going to just happen. Relax, play, be in this. And the toddler's like, no, I need to focus on this. I need to change the way I'm thinking. I need to change my this. I need to change all of these things. Parents like, you can spend all the time you want doing that, but naturally there will be a moment where you will realize, oh shit, this is just a natural occurrence of the evolution in human consciousness, which means that the body is just naturally holding higher frequencies, turning on these codes, this information, this DNA that's in the body that is designed to open. And if I can start to trust this, life's going to change for me. I'm going to relax more. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to trust. I'm going to open. I'm going to receive. I'm going to love. I'm going to be more kind. I'm going to be more compassionate. I'm going to receive from the world and I'm going to give to the world. I'm going to stop focusing on my suffering as if I am a victim. And I'm going to start trusting in something so much bigger because this entire human experience is this absolute divine design. It is designed so beautifully, so perfectly that the part of you that thinks you're in control of this has no idea how this works. It thinks it does because it thinks it's in control, but there is something so much bigger that is in control of how this whole design works. And this is all a design. Your body has been designed perfectly to be able to do this. Your soul has been perfectly situated into the body based on a light quotient so that the actual physical body can hold it. There is magnificent amounts of light coming from the sun in order to activate your body, right? And you are standing in a very dense, polarized, dualistic, third dimensional realm that is going to convince you that the way that this miraculous design is designed to unravel, you can't trust. You have to be in charge of. You have to be in a state of suffering. You have to be in a state of fear. You have like all of these ways that we have been are crumbling. If you can remember how this works, it's inside your DNA, it's inside your body. Your soul is waiting for you to surrender into it more and more. Your soul is it's coming online. Your body has become so much more receptive, but you have this idea that you need all this healing and work, and you got to get rid of this and you got to fix this, and it's all bullshit. And the reason I say that it's bullshit is because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the frequency we are standing on in this planet and what our bodies are holding is beyond those limiting beliefs now. And it requires us to start to trust life. You have to start to trust life. Life is this breathing force of God that is moving all of creation into these higher or new ways of being, these higher frequencies. And here's the thing I also think is important for us to remember, which is a complete tangent, but it's important. When the earth and humanity were created millions of years ago, they were created in a fifth dimensional frequency. The purpose and design of this entire experience and experiment that we are having right now was to evolve from a fifth dimensional field of existence to a seventh dimensional field of existence. How incredible. Let's stay in the human body as souls and as this light, and let's watch as the physical form starts to increase in frequency and naturally, based on physics, move into these two higher dimensional fields. Unfortunately, there is free will, so there was a fall into a third dimensional realm, which is where we find ourselves now. And for thousands of years, we have been trying to get ourselves back into where we originally started, which is the fifth dimensional realm, so that we can end up going back into the seventh dimensional realm, which is what we originally planned and designed to do. It's that simple, quite complex, but literally that simple. We have just begun. We are in the infant stages of evolution. We are nowhere near the end, right? And we are souls that are courageously and quite happily, very excitedly uh, on this ride. Your soul wants to be here. Your soul is not exhausted. Your soul does not want to quit. Your soul does not want to tap out. The part of you that is exhausted and tired and wants to tap out is the part of you that is stuck in the idea that you are this physical reality, that you are your thoughts and your emotions and your trauma. It's also the part of you that thinks you actually need to get somewhere. Again, this is a very natural process. It's a natural process that happens through frequency or light. Let go, literally let go and let God. Like, let the God of all of this, the life of all of this, the breath of all of this show you how this works, remind you of how this works, which means that you show up for life every day. You stay present every day. You trust that if something is pulled from you, there is an absolute reason for it. You trust that if you have an intuitive hit that this person might be lying to you, you trust that. You just let life continue to show you what is next, because whatever is next is what is evolving you into the next level of your experience as a soul in a body, right? And so everything else are these distractions that are all about this. And it's like, no, drop into this. Drop into what is activating within you, which can only happen in presence, can only happen in presence, in what is right here, right now. And it's a remembrance, my friend. It is a deep, deep remembrance. We have been pulling humanity from a very dense third dimensional space and a third dimensional uh, physicality into slowly, but also pretty quickly, thousands of years, but that's pretty fast, into these higher and higher frequencies, but we're still very, very, very much in the third dimensional density, a lot of us. How do I know? Because you're believing your thoughts. How do I know? Because you're still trying to change emotion. How do I know? Because you're still trying to change other people, right? But we're going in and out. We're doing these types of things still, right? What's happening right now is your body's like, yo, I am so ready for you to step into this higher way of being. This more of like a fifth dimensional way of being, which is absolute trust, not changing or fixing anything, meaning you still take action in life, but there is something bigger that's supporting you and surrounding you, which is life, which is God, which is frequency, which is everything. It's the what did Queen Elizabeth call it? The universal matrix, right? It's all of it supporting you and trying to show you. And so you're not in as much fear or anxiety or stress as if you're in charge. There's something so much bigger. Your body's waiting for you to drop into that. Your soul wants to start to lead you, right? These higher dimensional realms, or the soul is leading. You're so open. You're no longer contained in this little cocoon, afraid of life, right? And scared and thinking that people are out to get you and that the world is bad and that there's all this corruption and mind control and evil and, all of this stuff. And we have to prepare for some sort of external experience that's going to happen, that's going to take us down. That doesn't even, it's not even a part of your reality. So how do I know we're still in these very low frequencies? Look at how we are, right? It's like, just look at how we are living. It's quite simple. It's very, very obvious to me, right? But we are being gifted right now. There is a opening. There is a massive opening for you to drop into this deeper remembrance that, holy shit, right here, right now, my body is saying, let go. Right here, right now, my body is ready to show me. Right here. And if you feel into this, if you feel into what this feels like, it's an unknowingness. It's a power, a force, a wave, um, an integration, an embodiment, an absolute knowingness, but it's you don't have information to grab. It's like, hold on a second. What is she saying right now? That the right here, right now, inside my body, not here. Stop thinking about what it is that's coming through and start to just feel into, what if my body was open and expansive and ready for the me that I think I am, that's always in control, that's always up here doing everything, sorting out all these things. What happens when I just drop into the body? Is there a divine intelligence in there that's trying to get my attention? What does it feel like? What does it look like? What is it? What happens when I drop deeper into the body? Thank you, Irish priestess, for that. 555. Yay, that's Jesus. That's Jesus energy. The 555. And I'm all about Jesus right now. And not that he is the way or that he is the savior, but he is the reflection of what we are capable of, period. And he will hold us and walk with us and remind us over and over and over again until we do it ourselves, until we remember ourselves. It's like a parent that's like, you're a badass, you're a badass, you're here to do this, you're here to do this. The child's like, I don't think I can, I don't think I can, I don't think I can. It's like, yes you can, yes you can, yes you can. Keep going, keep going. Remember who you are as this soul in this human body. Descend back down into the physical world, become this magnificent human. Stop letting all of these. It's time, you guys, that we stop this with the handing our power over to people, experiences, thoughts, emotions, even healing. The body is wanting you to stop focusing on all this healing you need to do, all this figuring out. I'm telling you, there is a magic that is available where it's like, holy shit, I don't need to do all this work anymore. I don't need to figure things out anymore. There's something bigger that's holding me right now, soul. That is me, soul. That's inside the body. It's not about going out into these higher realms and feeling light and airy and like, spacey and like, you know, higher vibrational. Higher vibrational is inside the body. It's inside. And by the way, you're not in charge of it. And the part of you that wants to be in charge of all of this, or the part of it that where humanity's trying to be in charge of all of this, is the part of the human mind that doesn't trust. So it thinks it has to do it all. It's already done. The sun's doing it. It's that simple. Truly. This design that we are in, this divine design that we are in, is very, very simple. It's very simple. Sun activates the body. Conscious awareness allows for what is in the moment. Human aspect feels it, recognizes thought, recognizes behavior, chooses new ways to be in the world, chooses to trust, chooses to open, chooses to expand, chooses to continue to move forward into these new ways, trusts that there is something bigger, and that right now, however you are living your life, it is being asked to be lived in a very different way. There will be bigger love coming in, more abundance coming in, more service coming in that you will be doing with humanity. There will be, you will be opening to life in ways that you never have before. You will be happier. You will be more at peace. You will be more calm. You will be telling you, this is what's happening. It's where humanity is going. And there's this real powerful, crucial place right now that the physical body's at, and it's a deep remembrance of that cellular DNA. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a 6-week series on YouTube for free, all about my book, The Divine Design, which I haven't been talking about, but it's really, really important now, I think, to start talking about it more and more because humanity has kind of gotten to this crescendo or this crux, this like this place, and I really believe there needs to be a deeper remembrance of the history of what we've done here on this planet and for millions of years, and really where we're at along this evolutionary path. It's empowering, it's relaxing, it's um, you can sit back for a moment, you can breathe. um, yeah, it's really, really important. It's very important. And it's the history of is your history, you know? And we won't want to, all these distractions, it's just so important that um we recognize that, if you think about what's happening with the cells, right? Where the cells are activating through the light of the sun, frequency of the sun, and all this mumbo jumbo here just needs to, and then boom, you'll start living in these new ways. Well, part of this mumbo jumbo, my friends, I hate to tell you, is all the chatter from all these other people telling you all these stories. All this chatter. Good chatter or bad chatter, I don't care. It's just chatter, it's noise. And it's still in the mind. It's still this attic, like attic of the head, like the attic of a house, and it's trying to figure out and make sense of, and um, it's noise. And the more that you can quiet this, literally just shut things off, s- s- really shut things off, the more you will ripen into, drop into, open to not only who you freaking are as this soul. And then the more you do that, the less you're going to want this chatter. You just will stop watching and listening to all the chatter, whether it's from your friends, your family, your coworkers, people online. It will just quiet. It will just, you just won't do it anymore because you're dropping deeper and deeper into this essence of your soul, which is so juicy. And you realize that that is life. And then you want to go out into life. You want to go be in life, regardless of the up and down roller coaster ride of emotions you may feel or may not feel. You should at this point be pretty used to all the different emotional states that are moving through the body. And it's just it's moving now. It's moving faster. These emotions are moving faster through you. If you're having a hard time with emotional states, if you're having a hard time with thoughts and behaviors, if you're having a hard time just constantly being distracted by all these other things out there right now that are just absurdly, ridiculously taking you away from you, um, my recommendation is to just remember, okay? Just try to remember the fastest way through all of what you're in right now is to drop into body and drop into presence. To tell yourself, I am soul, I am soul, I am soul, I am soul, I am soul. Soul is right here. My soul is right here. I am right here. I am right here, right? And just keep dropping and dropping and dropping and trusting. You've got to have more trust, kind of like the lion. You've got to focus so deeply on this part that's opening more than this part that keeps suffocating you. You're the only one that can do this. Eventually, you're going to drop deeper and deeper into these codes and this information, these new ways of being that are opening. People talk about the 2-strand DNA into the 12-strand DNA. That's what's happening right now. By the way, you don't go from 2 to 12 overnight. You go from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7. It opens. It's the natural process. It's how light works. It's how frequency works. You don't jump from, you know, uh 200 hertz to fucking 700 hertz. The body doesn't do that. It's a progression. So the body has the cells, the DNA has to unravel and unravel and unravel. Thank you so much, Maria, for the super chat. And as it's unraveling, there are new ways of being, new ways of experiencing this world. You've got to trust in this. You've got to drop into this, and you're not doing it. Please, you're not changing your frequency, because you're not the frequency, the body is. And you're not changing your body's frequency. You're going along for the ride. The seat of the soul, right? You're sitting in the seat of your soul, allowing the body to show you what's next. Let the body show you. The body is way more intelligent than you. Trust me, trust me, trust me. The more you're trying to control everything, the more you are literally here blocking this. 100%, I can promise you that. The more you think that if you can try to change the frequency of your body, you will expand or evolve, the more you're right here. This is a next level dropping in where you are no longer controlling, and you realize, holy shit, the body's doing this, because it is. The body is actually already so much more open and in a higher frequency than you realize. The body, your soul, is a frequency that doesn't change. It's in such a high frequency. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't change. It's not designed to change. It's the body that's changing frequency. Always has been, always will be. That's how this divine design is on the planet. That's what we're doing here. It's not you that's changing frequency. Right? Now, you believe it's you changing frequency because you feel differently. That's because the body's in different frequencies. It's moving around in different frequencies. When the body is in a higher frequency, you feel different. Your soul is having a different experience, right? But if you just trust that the body is opening and expanding based on the frequency of light that's coming down from the sun, and all you have to do is relax into this and trust and be in what is, knowing that it's not you, you'll be just fine. It's not you. Everything you're experiencing is not you. There's a natural process of this expanding and this floating away, this expanding, this floating away. New ways of being, old ways floating away. New ways of being, old ways floating away. Right? If you, lots of stuff is affecting the body. So, there's if you listen to the body, it's going to tell you what it needs. Right? So there's a lot of poisons that the body is taking in through water, through air, through food, 100%. However, the frequency from the sun is still activating those cells regardless of the poison that's coming in. So the cell's activation, the frequency of the body is still increasing, even though there's all this poison that the human body is pushing through or filtering. However, you can assist that filtration process of poisons, of yuckiness, by listening to what the body wants. Does it want to be outside? Does it want to move? Does it want something else to eat? Does it want to sweat? What does it need? What's it calling you to do? Right? But the frequency of your body is increasing regardless of what foods you're putting in, and it's beyond that. It's bigger than that. The frequency from the sun is bigger than the poisons. And the shit that we're consuming. It's more than that. It's just about the mind and how you're thinking about it, and listening to the body, because the body will tell you how the part of you that's thinking it's in charge, the personality, the persona, that part, the body will tell you can you please go do this? Can you rest? And then the human says, nope, I can't rest. Rest is bad. The body's like, I really need you to rest. Nope. If I rest, that means that I'm lazy. I'm not doing anything. Thanks, Kate. Um, you know, and the body's like, all right, I'm just going to get you sick then till you listen to me, or I'm going to injure you until you listen to me. Now will you rest? I don't really want to rest. And so even in the resting moments, you're fighting against what is. And the body says, hey, can you move your body a little bit more? No, I don't want to move my body. Well, I need you to move me. I don't want to move. Right? You don't want to beat yourself up that you don't want to move, but if the body's asking you to move, go move. How do I sit in trust when my body just had a recurrence of cancer? You want when there's a massive amount of cancer that's coming into the human body, um, and one of the things that we can do. First of all, I'm very sorry, Susan, that you are experiencing that, because I know how um, difficult that can be. Sometimes the experience of cancer allows us to connect deeper into our bodies. It lets us connect deeper into something greater than us that's leading us, like a deeper faith, a deeper trust. Um, it can kind of catapult us into, um, unfortunately or fortunately, a deeper way of understanding how the world works. Um, in connection with your body, and a deeper connection to the body. But there are also paths that the human is going to take with cancer that, unfortunately or fortunately, based on what how much poison is on the planet right now, um, it's almost like you can imagine, like, there's a glass of water, right? And there's all this kind of muddiness in the water. So we're doing our best to navigate the muddiness, right? We're doing our best to come back into a body that's processing poisons and processing this stuff. We're doing our best um, to come back into the body and trust what is being felt and trust what is being seen. And it's very, very difficult. It's very challenging. It's not necessarily easy to be on the planet right now, not only processing your own kind of muck that's going through the body, but you're processing the muck of the collective. So cancer is coming in rapidly in the body, but it's an opportunity. It can be an opportunity to drop deeper and deeper into trust, into faith, into reconnecting with the body, and letting the body heal you, trusting that the body can heal you. Trust your intuition, trust the path that you're being shown in terms of healing. Don't let anybody tell you how to heal. You do your own healing the way you want, whether it's chemotherapy, radiation, or some sort of natural way of doing it. Don't listen to what any doctors are telling you. Convince yourself of how you want to see it, right? How are you seeing your path? How are you viewing this? Um, again, fortunately or unfortunately, a large amount of humans are having to go through this path of cancer. Um, and I don't know why, other than it's definitely redirecting us back into the miraculous healing capacity of the body and the power of the mind. And, there's a lot more, but trust your body, drop into the body. How deeply can you trust that the body will heal you, and um, that it will show you? Feel everything. Okay, I gotta go. Um, okay, I love you guys. I'm gonna go and start a line 6.0 in 15 minutes. If you want to join me there, there's a link down below here in the description box. Join me. It's 21 days of uh, connecting back in, opening ourselves up, really experiencing soul, which is a lot of like what I was just talking about, right? Like opening to what's available for us right now and really honoring and becoming humble to this heaviness that's on the planet, and that we are still playing and convincing ourselves that we are. Um, we start at 10 a.m., 15 minutes. Um, and yeah, I love you guys. Like this video. If you have not liked it, click the little thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next Tuesday for episode 75. What else? I think that's all. Be gentle with yourselves, be gentle with others, and keep remembering what this is all about, what this human experience is all about, what this human evolution is all about. Um, your body knows. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you soon.